Then we have the seventh type of Tawheed, and this is the Tawheed of the grave worshippers. Tawheed of the Quburiyun, the grave worshippers, which are the people that really we are addressing by way of this treatise. And so the Tawheed of the grave worshippers really is that they say, as long as you believe that only Allah creates, only Allah provides, only Allah controls harm and benefit, and only Allah gives life and takes life, then as long as you maintain this belief, it doesn't matter. You can call upon a saint. You can ask a saint for help, for rescue. You can call upon Ali, Ya Ali, Madad, as they say, as the Rafida say, and many of the Sufis, the Brelvis say as well. Oh Ali, I ask you for help. Or they call upon Abdul Qadir al-Jilani, or they call upon whatever saint. They are saying basically that this is not shirk. Why is it not shirk? It's not shirk because the person believes that only Allah is the creator, only Allah is the provider, that He is really the one who is really helping, not Ali, not Abdul Qadir al-Jilani, not any wali or any saint in the grave. We don't believe that they are helping us. This is what they say. This is their argument now. We don't believe that they are the ones who are helping us because we believe that only Allah is the creator. So how can you call this shirk? Can you see what they're doing? What they're basically saying? Right? It is as if they believe that you can only become someone who commits shirk if you believe that someone besides Allah has power over life and death, has power to bring harm and to repel harm and to bring benefit or to prevent benefit. Only then can you ever become a mushrik. But as for what you do in your deeds, you can call upon this one, you can invoke that one, you can sacrifice a chicken to this one, you can do such and such for that one. Right? You can, all these acts of worship, you can do them day and night. That will not expel you from Islam up until you believe that the wali can create, that the wali has power over life and death, that the wali, he has power over harm and benefit, that you believe that he is the one who cured your cancer, that he is the one who granted you a child. Right? So they say that we don't believe any of this. We believe only Allah creates, only Allah provides. So how can you call this an act of shirk? Right? We are only seeking the intercession. Right? So in other words, they are giving them all of the actions of worship which belong only to Allah, but they are saying we are not committing shirk because we believe only Allah creates, provides, sustains, gives life, takes life, controls benefit, controls harm. Right? So this is what they claim is the Tawheed of the messengers. And this you will find with the grave worshippers. And again, this is batil, this is false, because we know that this really is no different to what the pagans of Quraysh in the Quran, what they believed. And in fact, we established in the previous lesson, many verses in the Quran which establish this. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُمْ مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَسَخَّرَ الشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ لَيَقُولُنَّ اللَّهِ. If you were to ask them, who created the heavens and the earth and subjected the sun and the moon, they will surely say Allah. And many other ayat mention other things as well. You know, who is the one in whose hand is the earth, the earth and whatever is within the earth, the one who regulates all of the affairs, the one who created you, the one who, all these actions, they affirm them and they believe them that they belong only to Allah. And so the argument of the Quran is that if you affirm all of these affairs for Allah, then how are you deluded? Why then are you worshipping? Why are you then calling upon the dead? Why are you then calling upon Isa? Why are you then calling upon worshipping the angels, worshipping the jinn? Why are you making worship for other than Allah when you affirm and accept that only Allah is the creator, provider, sustainer? This is the essence of the argument of the Quran, right? So these people who claim and they say, well, you know, we believe only Allah is the creator and we can ask Abdul Qadir al-Jilani for help. Right? The whole Quran came to invalidate this argument. Because the argument is that if you believe only Allah is the creator, provider, sustainer, the one who answers the dua, the one who controls benefit, controls harm, then why are you invoking others besides Him? It follows therefore that you call and invoke only Him. So to give you an example to illustrate this, the absurdity of what they are claiming is, let's say for example that you have a person who is the owner of a company, and this owner of the company is the one who decides who will give employment to anyone he pleases. Right? And so a person comes along and he says, look, I affirm that this man, that the final decision rests with him. I affirm that he is the owner and the master of the company. I affirm that he has the right to hire and fire. I affirm and accept all of this. But I'm going to ask his employee for a job. I'm going to go to the employee and ask him, can you please, you give me the job? Does this really make sense? Does this make sense? Does this really prove that he really truly believes that the owner and the master is the one who hires and fires? And obviously it's a contradiction. It's a contradiction, right? It shows that either you are mad, you are insane, like what the Quran says, فَأَنَّا تُسْحَرُونَ. How then are you deluded? أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ? Will you not have any intelligence and understand? This is the argument. So likewise, when the grave worshippers, when they come and they say, well, I believe Allah is the creator, provider, sustainer, gives life, takes life, guides, misguides, controls all of the affairs. I believe all of this. But I'm going to ask Abdul Qadir al-Jilani to save me in a calamity. Or some wali, I'm going to ask him to cure me for my disease. Or I'm going to invoke him for some need or the other. How does this even make sense? You just contradicted yourself. Because if you truly, genuinely believe that only Allah is a provider, sustainer, a creator, gives life, takes life, benefits, harms, you will say, oh Allah, aid me, oh Allah, help me, oh Allah, whatever else. You will worship only Him alone. Your devotion will be only to Him alone. And this is the essence of the argument of the Quran against the various types of mushrikun. Those who worship stones, those who worship stars, those who worship idols, those who worship jinn, those who worship angels, those who worship the prophets, those who worship the righteous. All of these are just different things that they worship, right? The issue is that your worship should only be to Allah Azza wa Jal and not to these other things. So this is the Tawheed of the grave worshippers. This is not the Tawheed of the messengers of Allah Azza wa Jal.